Hi, I'm Captain Jack with a volunteer fire officer, and we're going to show you Waterball. So first on our list for Waterball is we're going to need some cable. So we've chosen 1/4 inch cable, and you're going to need about 150 feet. And when I say about, I mean it doesn't really matter when you're making it, so make it what you want. Ours is about 150 feet, and we put a couple of pieces of tape in the middle to signify the middle. And then the second thing you're going to need is the cable keepers, what I'm calling cable keepers. And so their job is to, make the cable into something usable. So we use them as the stops for each side of the pulley, and then we also use them to make the loops on each end. And then you're going to need yourself a small pulley. Size to the cable. You don't have to use 1/4 inch, but I would recommend it because it's light and it's movable. But you'll need a pulley that fits your cable. It doesn't have to be expensive either, so I think ours is cheap from the farm store. And then you'll need a way to fix the ball or the buoy, in our case, to that pulley. You're also going to need some caution tape or flagging to signify the ends or the goal posts, basically, of your cable. And then on the ends of our pieces of pipe, we have two 5/16 shackles. And so 5/16 is referring to the bolt size in the end. And then obviously you're going to need two 2-inch pipe caps, two 2-inch pipe couplers to join the bases and the upright pipes. And then you really need about 3 pieces of 10-foot 2-inch pipe, because each piece is 10 feet tall, and then you're also going to have a foot on each stand. And then if the place where you're playing Waterball isn't quite flat, you can compensate for that by making an additional piece. So if you need an additional piece, you'll also need an additional coupler. And then to complete the bases, you need about 20 to 25 feet of 2-inch channel. Ours is just random dock parts somebody just cobbled together. So it doesn't have to be real nice. Most of the time it lives inside and no one ever sees it. It comes out once or twice during the summer, and that's about it. So this is kind of how we set it up. So we put it between 2 pieces of equipment or trucks. The brush truck with the winch seems to be the best because you can vary the tension on the cable and get it spot on. So it's about 13 feet from the one loop end to the double keepers, and the double keepers just keep it from sliding through the shackle on top of the piece of pipe. And then it's another 13 feet from the double keepers to the stop keeper. And the stop keeper keeps the ball from sliding all the way to the post. And then you'll see in the middle, we usually put 2 pieces of electrical tape. And that's just to signify that that's where the ball goes when we start. And then we'll roll out a piece of 4-inch supply line also under the middle. And that's kind of our boundary line between the 2 teams. And that's exactly the same on the other side. So now we're looking at a top view of the same picture. So you get a truck on each end. We got the pipes that are upright. And then we have the ball in our center hose line, which is a piece of 4-inch. And then we're going to talk about supplying our Waterball adventure with water. So usually we do 2 hand lines from the same source. Helps keep things fair. And then it's also a convenience for our Founders Day parade, since we run the 2.5 direct off of the hydrant. So, and then we use a gated Y, firstly, because we're going to 2 lines. And secondly, it's a very nice safety feature. So we'll put a safety person at the Y in case somebody loses control of a hose line. And then 100 feet for our hand line seems to be perfect. There's not a whole lot of extra hose, so nobody's tripping on it. And that's how we set up water. So this is the real setup. So I've just got the one end we tensioned with the command rig. And like I said, the brush truck is definitely the way to tension these with that winch. And then On the other side here, we just got it to the front of the engine, and then we supplied our water ball practice out of a drop tank, so that gives us some drafting practice as well as constant supply of a hose line. And then we can take it anywhere, really, which is a big plus.
No, they didn't.
So first off, I would like to give a huge shout out to my camera crew. One of our volunteers brought their family to watch practice water ball, and they offered to be my camera crew. So thank you. So we go over a whole list of rules when we set this up for our Founders Day parade. So I'm gonna just kind of read you what's on the list here that I typed up, and then if you guys want the list, I'll put a link to it down in the description, and you guys can help yourselves. So basically, it says water ball rules, and then the needs of water ball. So teams will consist of 3 firefighters, a nozzleman, a backup firefighter, and a hose handler. You'll need a referee with a PA and an air horn, and then you'll need a safety person on the gated Y in the event that somebody falls or loses control of the hose line. So, and then we have to explain it to our crowd who may or may not have ever seen water ball before. So the game is similar to tug of war. The ball starts on the center line. Players must stand behind the flags on each end of the cable. Players may test and adjust hose streams as necessary. When ready, all 3 firefighters on each team will raise their hands to signal they are ready. When both teams are ready, the air horn will sound and the game begins. The objective of each team is to push the ball past the opposing team's nozzleman and to the opposite team's flag. A goal is scored when the ball touches the opposing team's flag. When a goal is made, the air horn will sound again, signifying stop. In the event that a team loses control of a hose line or falls down, the horn will sound and the game will be reset and we'll just start over. Rules. The safety person must be in place before the air horn sounds at the start of each game. Teams may not intentionally spray the other team with the hose stream or they will be disqualified. Teams may not pass the center line or they will be disqualified. At any time, the referee may blow the air horn and the game will stop. So that's just kind of the bare bonesness, and we explain this to our citizens at our Founders Day Parade so they know what's going on, and then it's a reminder for us firemen. Thanks for watching.